4, 3, 2, 1, 0.
Rich and Chris and Drive Time Smile Radio.
Sunday, Monday, happy days. Tuesday, Wednesday, happy days. Thursday, Friday, happy days. The weekend comes, my cycle hums, ready to race to you. These days are I'm being free. These days are share them with me.
Goodbye, grey sky, hello, blue. Nothing can hold me when I hold you.
So right,
Can't be wrong. Rocking and rolling all week long. Happy Friday. Welcome to the Rich and a Little Bit of Chris show with guest presenter Lee. How are we, Lee?
Fantastic, how are you, pal?
All right, you need to turn your volume down on your phone.
Not actually got it on, mate. There we go, sorry, I did have.
How are you doing, big man? All right.
Not bad at all, not bad. Always good on a Friday. Seeing yourself,
Oh, stop it.
regular thing, this, isn't it?
It's good. We're loving it. Hopefully, our learned friend, Mr. Auckland, should be joining us. I don't know if he's going to be joining us today because he's driving up from Pembrokeshire, which is, I think, is a bit of a trek in it, to be quite honest.
Just a little bit, yeah.
How
Especially
far
on a
is it?
Friday.
How far is it? It's Wales way, isn't it?
Oh, yeah. It's a good old hike, is down that way.
Bless him.
I've not driven for about 12 months that far anymore.
Oh, you used to drive all
It's a
over though,
furlough.
didn't you?
Oh, I used to do that on a half-day job.
Yeah, I don't know how anybody does that for a living. Driving, it just,
I don't think I could go back into it, definitely not.
yeah, it just.
Especially on a Friday. Traffic's horrendous, even in furlough now. Or lockdown or whatever it's called.
What are we actually in? It's not like the first
What is
lockdown,
it?
is it?
We're
No
in a
idea.
semi-lockdown or whatever it is.
I used to have a semi. But anyway, coming up this afternoon, we have our featured artist because we are the beacon for unsigned music and artistes. We have got Apollo Junction coming on. They'll be on live in about 10-15 minutes. And we'll be discussing their new release and their album and just having a catch up, really. So if you want to find out a little bit more about our featured artist this week, if you go to our website, www.smileradio.co/the featured artist, all information on there. Again, this week's featured artist and the previous. So I think what we should do is I like to play the opening song from the featured artist from the previous week. So I'm going to play, if it's all right with you, Lee, I'm going to play
Hey, I tell you what, I
Hold
love
My
this.
Beer. I really
I love
like this song.
these.
So they were absolutely brilliant. I got a brilliant message from Chris after the show. He loved it. And Potty Mouth Johnny.
Johnny.
Apparently I owe Johnny an apology because my daughter Lily said I was picking on him. I said, well, he's got a potty mouth. That's why I was picking on him, love.
But the blue fat dads are.
But the blue fit dads. Anyway, so we're going to play a bit of The Foreplay and Hold My Beer by the Big Dirty.
Your
You listen-
favourite intro.
Yeah, you're listening to Rich and a little bit of Chris with Lee live on Smart Radio.
Ladies and gentlemen, you are now listening to the sweet, sweet sound of the sex. Be aware that this is a splash zone, so if you want to get wet, then stay exactly where you are. So strap in, strap on, and get ready to get moist.
Welcome back to the Rich and a Bit of Chris show with Lee, and we've been joined by Matt, and we're just admitting Ben into our Zoom meeting.
Yeah.
So you're wondering why I gathered you all here today. So how are we doing, Ben? How are we doing, Matt? Are we good?
We're all right. Yeah, we're just waiting. We've had a few issues with a few parking situations. A few people haven't been able to get parked. They're chopping down trees in Leeds. Do you want us to connect to the video, by the way?
Yeah, we want to see your beautiful little face.
Do you want to see? You want to see my face, do you?
Yeah.
So we're just waiting on. Hello. We're just waiting on Johnny to get on, and I'm just mithering him now. And so,
Hi,
there he
Ben.
is, the handsome devil. Look at him.
Yeah. Well, I've had my lockdown haircut. I had it down to wood. I had a bit of a Britney Spears moment. Shaved it all off.
Yeah. Well, I'm never going to do that. So I'm growing it out now. I'm committed.
If my hair were like that, I won't either. I'm living in denial.
I'm holding on to it until it goes. To be honest with you.
So what's
Right, boys.
Connect to the audio, aren't we? So.
Ben's hoping to connect to the audio? He's here.
Yeah, we've got him.
Yeah, right.
I'm good. How are you, man?
Exactly.
Exactly.
No
He's
doubt we'll
bon-
be told new things on Monday.
Oh, of course.
That nothing's changed.
Yeah. There's going to be no games of Naked Tig or anything like that. Just me again. It's like that film Thank the Tank. Have you seen that old school where he goes, let's go streaking? And there's just him on his own. That'd be me.
Johnny should be joining any second now. He says it's finally loading up. So
That's
sorry
it.
about that. But
Oh, don't
No,
worry.
I've not seen that one, no.
Have you not? Oh, watch Old School. It's brilliant. It's with Will Ferrell. Oh, he's coming in now. He's here. Hang on, let's let him in. Oh, it's hilarious. It's stupid but hilarious.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love it. So, while we're waiting, shall we play a track, or do you wanna wait for him to join? What do you wanna?
Oh no, yeah, play a track because last time we had an issue with connecting to audio, didn't we? So,
Right then,
yeah.
because you are the featured artist this week, we'll let you choose what song do you want us to kick off with. Do you you tell me. I've got lined up already. We've got On the Ropes, Begin, Sometimes, Borderlines, In Your Arms. You tell me.
Well, we might as well start with the single that was played this morning or last night, depending on how you look at it, by Steve Lamacq. Would like to start
cool.
with On the Ropes, if that's
Yeah,
okay.
that's perfect. It's a nice link. Hold that thought, because I wanna come on and ask you about that, because that's the right touch, isn't it? I know, but we're really grateful for you to come on here. So, but to be on the great Steve Lamacq, it's a bit of a touch, is that lad, isn't it?
Yeah, he's a great mate. He's a great man.
Yeah. Right then. Without further ado, I'll let you introduce it then. You introduce it, Matt.
Okay, this is we are Apollo Junction, and this is our latest single, On the Ropes.
I went free, thought a shortcut. I went looking for a way to find a way. I
Hi, it's Matt from Apollo Junction here, and you're listening to Rich and a little bit of Chris's show on Smile Radio.
Ben, do I sound like that?
Yeah.
Why'd
Yeah.
you put up with me?
I don't, mate. I don't.
So welcome back to the Rich and a Little Bit of Chris show with special co-presenter Lee Dodd, Dodster,
Oh,
and we've been joined by Matt, Ben, and Apollo J.
That's me. I'm Johnny. I'm the drummer. Nice to see you.
you're right, Johnny.
Thanks for joining us, Johnny. We,
Hi, guys.
you
Thanks
got
for
over
having
your
us.
technical ability. You got over your technical issues.
I did. Yeah. I'm all good.
Right.
Nice
Let's.
to be on the show.
Oh, thanks for coming on. How you been keeping? Stupid question, I know, but gotta ask it. Johnny,
Me?
Well,
Yeah,
there you
yeah,
go,
yeah.
the silent
can't beat a bit of
Yeah,
dead
I'm
air.
good. I'm good. Yeah, surviving. I guess like us all, really. Just yeah, it's obviously a crazy world at the moment, but yeah, no survival. I think that's the optimum word at the moment. I think so. Yeah.
Definitely. Yeah, absolutely, definitely.
So, getting back to just before we played your latest single, how was it with? Did you get to speak to Steve Lamacq?
He went through. We got an email from his producer actually saying, "Can you send us through the WAV files because Steve wants to play your song?" And we were a bit like, "Yeah." So yeah, no, he didn't. He's too cool to speak to us directly, but yeah, he did. His producer got in touch.
Ah, well, that'll never happen here. We won't forget where we've come from.
Not too bad.
We'll come banging on your front door actually
Yeah,
to drag you
find
out.
out where. So,
I think that's why Steve Lamacq doesn't really talk to us no more because we're his front door.
so how did you guys all meet then? Are you? Is it? Am I right? Are you from Leeds?
Yeah, we're all from Leeds. We're different parts. So I'm Weatherby, born. Ben, you're Morley.
Oh, I've lived all over.
Yeah. Jamie's from, our singer's from Yeadon, Guiseley area.
Right.
Johnny's an imposter. His family are from Yorkshire.
Oh,
But
right.
he's actually a Londoner. And
Honorary Yorkshireman now.
Honorary Yorkshireman. And Sam is from Boston, not the exciting one in America, but the one in the Midlands. And we all met because Ben and I have known each other for too long, really. Didn't we? We met in college, didn't we, Ben?
You've muted yourself.
Yeah,
Oh,
we met in college. We were in computer room and we were both listening to the same album at the same time, next to each other. And we were listening to Cast No Shadow by Oasis.
all right.
And I know this is actually true. This is one of the things where you think, oh yeah, this is prescriptive, but it's genuinely not. And we had the same trainers on as well, didn't we? And we said, oh
Yeah.
God, we're gonna have to. Seriously, this is stuff on the kid. And we
So
said, oh yeah, we'll have to start a band.
So this, just get this
Yeah.
right. Your eyes met across a crowded computer room.
Pretty much, yeah, that was it. Yeah. And
Is it- I'm welling up.
we've been attached to the hip ever since, and I can't get shy of each other, can we?
There's nothing wrong with that. At least you won't die
then-
curious, kids.
Yeah, but then we met Jamie on Leeds music scene, and then Johnny was playing in a pretty good band in Leeds already because Johnny's actually is a really talented drummer, aren't you? He used to play. He went to the Royal School in London and stuff like that. He's too good for the band, really. He's he'll outgrow us eventually.
I carry you guys. I carry you.
Well, most drummers
And,
do, don't they? Let's face it, Johnny.
What was that, mate?
Most drummers do carry the band. Let's face
The
it.
spine. There's the
Well, this
drummer,
is it.
and don't forget the bass player.
Oh, for those who don't know, Dodd is a bass player. Hence,
Yeah,
the bass player.
it always happens to us, mate. Don't worry about it.
Disgusting.
And then Sam was playing in another band, and how it kind of worked was all of our bands sort of split up at similar times, and we got in a room together and we wrote a song called Pictures in a couple of sessions, and that song was amazing. And then suddenly we wrote Begin, and we wrote a couple of others, sent them off to the radio, just, CD, like the stories you hear,
Yeah.
and then suddenly they were playing them, and we were like, right, we better start taking this seriously, because Apollo Junction was only ever meant to be a bit of fun, but it's taken over my life. So yeah.
well, you're getting a lot of coverage, from BBC Radio 2, Radio 6, BBC Wales. You've had music played on TV shows, football. You know,
computer games. We got
Yeah.
a computer game.
Yeah, the
Yeah,
Ubisoft.
it's a good-
Yeah.
It's a good feeling. It's like Matt said, we never really pictured it. Really, we were just writing songs for a bit of a laugh, and then the first song we ever wrote just got on radio straight away, and we thought Matt is right. You know, when the best story is when I'm gonna have to embarrass him. Sorry. He tells his story when he was just dying in his work clothes and his boxer shorts. You know that Sunday night feeling you get. That, oh, for God's sake, here we go.
yeah.
And I was watching Match of the Day 2, and our song, they just played it outright. I can only imagine what he was doing. Like.
Well, I remember thinking, I know that song. Where do I know that song from? And then it finished, and I thought, I know that song. And then my mate Mark sent me a text saying, "Why were you just on Match of the Day?" I was like, "Oh, it was Born for Now. Yeah, I do know that one." Text the lads, were like, "Did you all know?" No. I'm like,
No,
what?
no one.
So did he get any credit for that? Did he get any?
Yeah, we got a publisher, a guy called John Esplin, who works for a company called Wipeout.
Yeah,
But
Wipeout.
you know, BT Sport and the Beeb, because Football Focus used our song "In Your Arms" as the tune for Football Focus. You know, when it said coming up on today's show,
Yeah,
that
yeah,
was
yeah.
"In Your Arms" in the background. But do you know what? Steve Lamacq said something last night on the radio. He said, "This band have done so much to say they're kind of under the radar," and I thought, well, you know, he's right. You know, we crop up all over the place. It's weird. It's weird how much we've actually done, isn't it? I mean, yeah.
The thing is, as well, it's a very fickle industry, isn't it? You know, to get a lucky break and to, you know, once, let alone half a dozen times, that's just amazing. And, you know, the amount of bands that we have, because obviously the whole premise of the station's about unsigned and independent music. So giving them platforms to have the music heard, where when you send your music out to all the you know, the big stations, it's really difficult to get on their playlists, you know. And
I think that gives the songs a credit, though, to be honest, because we put so much time and effort into the music.
Yeah, you took the words right
And
out of
so
my mouth.
other bands do. Don't get me wrong, I know other bands do, but I mean, I've never worked with a pickier bunch of people in my life than us lot. You know, honestly, we'll go through every single instrument, and but by the end of it, our album comes out. It's like, oh, I've heard it a million times.
Yeah.
But to fresh ears, it's a good thing, you know. So I think it's just credit to songs and to the lads, really. Just well done, boys.
Yeah. So I always, because my youngest is 13, and obviously I'm trying to steer away from all the bubblegum pop music that I call it, and we're playing it because I've got a little Bluetooth device in my VW van. So I've got it playing on my phone. I said, and she's a good acid test, is Lily. So what do you think to this? And she's, as 13-year-olds do, they don't hold any punches, you know. She's, yeah, I like this, Daddy. Yeah, I like this. So
Nice.
you've got the thumbs up from Lily.
Thank you, Lily. That's great.
So
It is a cracking album.
it is good.
Oh, well, I
Right,
really
the album
appreciate that.
is- I mean, I've had it on all week. I've probably listened for the last 2 weeks actually, and I feel as though I feel as though I've listened to it before, if you know what I mean. I've listened to it that much.
Do you know what?
Settled in as though I've heard it before, and I've not.
I sent one of our new songs to a friend, and it's something off the new album, and it's just a demo. And I sent him it and said, "Oh, tell me what you think of this." And he said, "I swear you've played me this before, and I haven't." And I think sometimes a really good song, you know, you listen to it and you think,
Yeah.
"I have heard that before." You know, I've heard that before, and it lives with you. But
Yeah,
I mean, it
definitely.
goes back to reiterate what Ben really says, and I think Ben alluded to it, but we are really good friends and we don't have egos. And so, you know, Ben's the bassist, I'm the guitarist, and some songs Ben will be writing my guitar and I'll be writing Ben's bass because we'll be working together and we're doing whatever is right for the song and for the music. And genuinely, we are like best mates. And I think that of music.
Great
and
word.
You know what? And cheers. And I think like what you know, what you're right in what you're saying about your daughter. You know, encouraging her to listen to loads of different stuff because, you know, certainly Ben and I have a weird taste in music, and we will sit up listening to such esoteric, weird noises, And like, I think that sort of pushes us because we'll hear something and we'll sit there and go, "Oh, we need to do something like that." So what we're listening to recently, Crystal by New Order, and we were like, "Wow, that's off the chart good. We need to. That's the standard now. The next song we do needs to be as good as that." And then we'll push ourselves by that. We're not listening to 4 different bands going Kinks, Beatles, Oasis. That's all we need. We'll listen to anything and everything.
Yeah,
so it's really important we have radio stations like you to encourage and put out music.
It is. I mean, initially when we set it out, and we were literally, we did start off with probably 80% of commercial stuff and maybe 20% of unsigned, and over the period of the last 2.5 years, we are now, no exaggeration, we are getting hundreds of submissions a week, and there's only me and Richie, who Richie's helps me with, he manages the station with me. We literally do not have enough time to go through, because obviously there's a lot of like heavy stuff that's not really my bag, heavy metal. I mean, I don't mind it, but it's not really my bag, but I appreciate it. But there's a niche for it. There's a people, it wouldn't pay for us all to be the same. But on the same token, we get some stuff and you just think there's no way, even though I want to give everybody an opportunity. I'm just thinking, some people, they can't even sing. I know I've got 2 songs on karaoke and that's my lot, that's it. Sweet Caroline and Great Balls of Fire, leave your public wanting more. I wouldn't even claim to be a singer. Do you know what I mean? And they're thinking, when you just said, do I sound like that? I'm thinking, can they not hear what I can hear? Do you know what I mean? No disrespect to you. Thanks for your little shout out, mate. But you know what I mean? But yeah, it's bonkers, the stuff that we get. And it is amazing now. We have now literally, we've got a couple of shows. Nathan does a show on a Saturday morning, but he's been with us since we started. And he plays all popular. He does all like a pop quiz on a Saturday morning. And it's all commercial stuff, but 85-90% of what we do now is all unsigned and independent music, and I'm really proud of that.
Podcast as well, isn't it? There's a big download as well across.
Yeah, in the last 12 months we had 26,500 downloads of all the podcasts of all the shows. Yeah. That's not just mine, but the shows that we have. But again, it's all free, and I mean, this what we do is all subsidised. We don't get any money. This has been a passion and a dream for 20 odd years.
Getting you guys out there as well, because obviously it only takes one person to listen to it, pick up on it, and then that's it. Then, isn't it? It's here we go.
But
it's the dream, man.
It is.
So I think we were saying when this virus is over, there'll be like a new revolution of music. There'll be.
I can't wait.
So many new acts coming out there, and
well,
let you back it. So
yeah. Well, I've got a question. I'm going to wait till we come back. I want to break for a song, so I'm going to play In Your Arms if that's all right with you guys.
Yeah, thank you.
Well, I don't know. We have to socially distance, so.
Hey.
He's been dying. Sorry. He's been dying to say that, hasn't he? You've been waiting for that, haven't you?
Every time it's Torvan. Well, I don't want you getting that close to me. Sorry.
Don't get too close. But before we go, I'm just going to say a few shout-outs. We've got Sean Phillips, we've got Pash, Eddie Keating, we've got Zoe, all listening on Facebook Live. And again, if you've got any questions, anything you want to say, any shout-outs, get in touch with us, Instagram and Twitter at Smile Radio 3, or you can drop us a message on Facebook Live, and that's on Smile Radio Yorkshire, or you can send me an email, richard@smileradio.co. So this is Apollo Junction, live on the Rich and a Bit of Chris show with co-presenter Lee, live on Smile Radio.
I'm Lee from the far north, and you're listening to Rich and a little bit of Chris on Smile Radio. And a little bit the far north.
Welcome back to the Rich and a Bit of Chris show with Lee and our special featured artist this week, Apollo Junction. Good afternoon, boys.
Hello.
guys.
I was hoping you'd play the 10-minute version of In Your Hands, just for banter.
Just for laughs and giggles.
Yeah, we don't really have a 10-minute version. I wanted to extend that ending,
Yeah?
but they weren't having any of it.
Right,
We do it live, don't we? We extend it live.
Yeah, we do. Yeah.
Which is nice. That's good fun.
So talking alive, I'm in the process of, well, before all this madness, of opening a live music venue over in Huddersfield, and we're in the stages of negotiation with the landlord. So I've been there this morning with a couple of guys, because if it comes off, it could hold roughly between 500 and 700 people. So my question is to you, live on air, is when we get up and running, you're going to come and play for us?
Absolutely.
I think we'll all. Yeah, I think definitely do it.
So you do realise it's legal.
We never turned down a gig. I don't think we've ever turned down a gig, have we, lads?
We turned down a gig in that chicken farm.
Oh yeah, we did that time.
So have I.
Gosh.
Oh dear, I can see Matt rolling his eyes.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, you gotta remember, I've put up with a lot of years of this.
Yeah.
See,
Chris says that it's a shame Chris can't make it because he's actually doing his proper job, and he goes on about because I won't pay him. So I've got the money.
But no, we'd love to play for you. Thank you for asking us.
Well, you do realise that's a legal and binding contract now. You know that, don't you?
Yeah,
I'm
it's
recording
not
it.
recorded
It's
now,
going out on
recorded.
podcast. It's on YouTube. It's on Facebook. Oh, get ready. No, we'd love you, and because like I said, the whole premise of even the live events is to get new music on and give bands an opportunity to be able to, perform and play, and not just a two-man and a dog either. We're going to hopefully get it right, and because unfortunately there's been lots of venues that have closed, which is heartbreaking.
yeah, it's really sad.
It's really bad.
Yeah, we've seen it in Leeds, haven't we, Johnny?
Yeah,
we were
lots of
talking
venues
about it
closing
today.
down. It's been it's been we had, I guess one of our favourite venues was the Cockpit in Leeds, which was kind of like a bit of an iconic sort of venue, and that was a real shame to see that go. But I think it's just a sign of the times, isn't it?
Yeah, but
Cockpit, I tell you what, unbelievable.
Yeah,
We've got some ride bands on there. I think I saw Sean Ryder there.
Cockpit.
Yeah.
Probably, yeah. I think all of the big names kind of came through the Cockpit. I think we played. We played a couple of gigs there, didn't we?
Yeah,
early
all the
in
big names, all the big names.
Well, there you go. The Rocket side of it, isn't there? Rocket.
But I mean, venues are. It is naff. But venues are coming back. I mean, like you just said there, you're looking at opening one where kind of. Well, our gig in Leeds is the Warehouse. I mean, that was a venue back in '90s. Shut down and now it's back again, and it's we can't wait to play there. That's going to be one hell of a night. So it'd be good for the venue, and it'd be good for us as a band, and hopefully our city as well.
Well, the thing is,
that's
once upon a time, the venue that our Green Day performed there about 25 years ago. So yeah, that's his claim to fame. But it's put in Huddersfield, because Huddersfield used to be part of the circuit once upon a time for live music and bands. But yeah, it's close to the uni. I do with the charity that I'm involved. We do a lot of work with Huddersfield Uni. So there's lots of potential, and I've come away today and I'm really excited about this opportunity. And if it comes off, it's going to be brilliant. It
Nice.
is.
Oh mate, fingers crossed.
Yeah, good luck.
Yeah, well,
It's
like
all
I
about that thing we were talking about earlier, like a new music revolution. When this is over and we're back to normal, there'll be people. I mean, we've nearly, I don't know what, sold about 2/3 of our Warehouse tickets already, and that's about 600, 700. We've not even, with all respect, we've not done anything.
I think you'll find
We've
as
not-
well when
we've not been able
it
to.
eases up, Well, this is it. Well, I mean, when it all eases up and everybody, I think you'll see a lot more venues and people will just be dying for gigs, especially live music. They'll be absolutely gagging for it.
Well, I mean, our venue, our gig is the November, isn't it? So that's a pretty good time, I think. Because we've had to keep moving it back and moving it back and moving it back. But I think by November things will probably be back to normal, and I think, like Ben says, it'll be a time for music to really change and people to go back to gigs and not watch what you said about Lily watching just the X Factory stuff. That hopefully will go and people will realise, hang on a minute, we nearly lost a whole art form there.
Yeah.
And then it's been good for us because we've been able to dedicate a bit of time to think, when we come back, how do we want our live show to look?
Yeah.
What songs do we want to play? What do we want to do in between songs? And we've been really able to think about the actual craft of a live show. So we're excited to not just play, but to put on a performance. We're massive U2 fans, and I've seen them live a couple of times, and no one compares to them in terms of live shows. And, if we could do
a fraction,
an eighth of what they do in our scalability, it'd be amazing.
Yeah, the current Mrs. Harrison went to see him in Dublin, in Ireland, so don't tell her that. Love you, Mrs. H, if you're listening. Oh, God bless you, yeah. Does it get dark on a night? Gosh, you will, Headed. So, but yeah, I can't wait. I genuinely can't wait for. And I was talking to a guy who used to work with Alex Moores. Hi, Alex, if you're listening. He's like you. He's a massive Shed 7 fan, Lee, and he's.
We love Shed 7.
Yeah, and we actually went to see James at the Victoria Theatre in Halifax. A very intimate gig, brilliant. Probably one of the best live bands I've seen. And we were just saying, I'm never going to give an opportunity to go see a band. Sometimes you say, oh, I'm going to go, because I do see a lot of live music anyway with what we're doing, but the times you think, oh, I can't be bothered tonight. I'm washing my hair.
That was one of our best moments, wasn't it, Ben? I think not the best moment, but one of our kind of most notable moments was when we played with James at Bingley Festival a couple of years ago now, and we obviously were lucky enough to kind of see them from the side of the stage. And I remember to this day, sort of me and Ben just stood there. You might have been there as well, Matt, but I can't remember. I was pretty drunk by that point, but just sort of stood there. Easy to put on, but yeah, at the side of the stage, just watching James, do their thing was, I don't know, it will always stick with me. That
Tim is a real special
this whole band, Johnny. This whole band, that for me was the biggest musical learning curve.
Yeah, definitely.
I was ever taught, because we were stood there side of main stage. The crowd were bouncing, Tim Booth were bouncing, and it was. And we come up here oh my God, we need to write some immense songs.
But as a front man, I mean, when we were crowd surfing, he climbed up the gantry, he's walking across the balcony, and only stopping from him in a death experience is fans holding his hand, and he's leaning. Good radio, this. He's leaning. And if he'd have gone that way, he were 25, 30 foot up, and he wouldn't have been pretty. But as a front man, as an entertainer, Tim Booth was amazing, absolutely amazing. So yeah. So before
I'd love to meet him. And tell him.
I met him backstage because
he always does this.
Timmy Topper.
Oh yeah, I'm the one who tells the dribble stories. Please enlighten us more about the chicken farm. Anyway,
I nearly brought that myself.
I met him because my friend Daniel had gone through a bit of a rough time, and I got a vinyl of his favourite song, Tomorrow, which is off an album called Wah Wah, and I got it signed by the band. I went in and said, "Oh, would you mind signing it?" And I said it was for me because I didn't want him to be like. And he said, I was talking to them and said, "Oh, who's your favourite band?" I said, "Oh, the Beatles." And he said, "Oh, what's your favourite song?" And I just named a few. Anyway, he signed it. He said, signed his name and then wrote under it, "Tomorrow Never Knows." And I thought, how cool's that? Tomorrow Never Knows. And under that, and gave it to my friend Dan, who doesn't like the Beatles. So I was like,
they give it back.
I tell you what. One of the things from James, we actually saw their sound check, and Ben is right. We learnt a lot, but we learned meticulous they were, and they did a song. what's it called? They're All Out to Get You. That one.
Yeah.
Insecure. What you gonna
Insecure,
do? They played that
what you
one,
gonna
which
do?
was pretty much my song of my teenage angst years. Sat in my bedroom, you know, hating the world. But like,
On a metaphorical cross
was,
in your bedroom.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. But that was amazing. Just amazing how their attention to detail was phenomenal.
Yeah.
So before we go,
I remember not knowing it with James at the time.
Get out.
Once I recognised the song, I did. But I remember saying to Johnny or Jamie, I went, oh, "This band have gone over time. Come on, we're up next." And when I'd heard them play, because Tim Booth was like, he had like his back to me, so and he was wearing a hat. I would never recognise him. And when I heard the song, I was like,
without hair.
"Oh, James."
So before lockdown, what was the last band you saw live?
Embrace was mine.
Oh, nice.
That's a good question. I can't remember that far back.
No, I'm thinking.
That's a great question. I went to Leeds Festival last 2019, so that was I think that was probably the last big concert I went to. That was, I think, went to the Foo Fighters. Went to the Foo Fighters.
Oh,
Yeah, which
I've
was,
got Johnny. I've
epic.
got a story. My mother daughter, 19. She went to Leeds Fest when the Foo Fighters were on, and of course, massive, you know, Foo Fighters. And she said, "So did you go see him?" No. So what do you mean no? So she went to see somebody called Dave. You know, the rapper Dave. Didn't go see, even not even for one song. Crazy.
That's crazy. No, it was a great gig. I mean, I've seen them live. I've been lucky to see them live a few times. But no, it was quite a special gig. You know, obviously them being in Leeds as well.
Yeah.
But no, it was a great show.
No, my mum met there.
Did she?
Because she like did some Police, and they played Leeds Fest 2000 and hear me out 4, maybe 5, and she'll back me up. She gets talking to Dave Grohl. We never gets what she said to him. She says, "Oh, my son loves your band, the Food Fighters." He said he just laughed at her.
I did.
I was like, "Do you know what? I'm glad I wasn't there, man."
Right then.
I think I went to see Richard Ashcroft, supported by Black Grape in Leeds. That was the last one I've been to.
Well, last one I went to see was Stereophonics in Nottingham last October. So
You went to that tour, didn't you, Ben? You went to that tour.
Yeah, I did. Yeah.
Yeah.
But that is a good question, because I always think about the last time we played a gig.
Yeah, and I think you're right there. And I made a promise in the new year before this happened that every month I'd go see a gig, because I don't go watch live music anymore because I don't have time, because I'm always gigging with us. So I did a drum and bass festival. Oh no, I went to go see Chase and Status. Then I went to go see this band called Fisherman's Friends over in Bridlington, who are just a 9-piece sea shanty band. And
From
then
Cornwall,
I went to go...
the Cornish band.
Yeah.
From Port Isaac, aren't they? Yeah.
Yeah, they're
Cornwall,
great.
yeah.
They made a film.
I've seen them live down there.
All right, well, you've trumped me.
Yeah, Topper. We've got another Timmy Topper in it. It's like a game of top trumps. Jesus.
All right. But I think it's a good thing for people like us, because it's really easy to get trapped in the world of where you just don't go see gigs. And Jamie, our singer, he's great for it. He goes to loads and loads of gigs. And I think it's a really good thing. It's not something we probably do enough.
No.
But like, it's hard to balance your life gigging so much.
Yeah.
But I made a promise. I'd go each month, and I got my first month done, second month done, third month done, lockdown, and so I've got to get buying some tickets. So.
Yeah. Well,
we had so many gigs lined up as well. You know,
yeah.
we had the 2 dates with the Kaiser Chiefs at Peace Hall in Halifax. You know, Isle of Wight Festival.
We were meant to play with Madness.
The Madness one in York.
Madness, yeah. That's big. That was going to be probably our biggest one last year.
Libertines.
Yeah, that'd be good.
Oh, of course. Yeah. These were all ones we were playing as well. We weren't going as fast.
Yeah. Well, it'll come back round again. Again.
Sorry, lads.
Oh, don't worry. I've went to something and I took my daughter, and she's seen the benefit of, you know, bands, you know, again, Squeeze, There were, who else were on? The Jacksons. Obviously, we out Mick. He wasn't there, obviously. For all, you know, yeah. Kaiser Chiefs, Texas. We actually saw Burt Bacharach there, and at 93, he was tickling the ivories, and he was amazing for 93. And my daughter has no idea who he is. You know, the only thing they think, you know, raindrops keep falling on my head. They think that's the only thing he's ever done, but apparently he's got over 2,500 hits that he's written in his his professional career. It's not a bad effort, that is it?
No, that's just a few more. That's just a few less than you, isn't it, Ben?
Yeah.
Right then, I think we should break for a song because I've been listening to us long enough. So you tell me what you want to play now.
Johnny, you pick.
Oh, are we going new stuff or older stuff?
Well, I've got lined up at the minute. To you, you introduce it, big man.
So this is a single released last year called Sometimes, and yeah, hope you enjoy it.
And this is by Apollo Junction. Listen to Rich and Chris, without Chris, with Lee, live on Smile Radio.
Hey, this is Doug. This is Pat. This is Andy. We are Council, and you are listening to Rich and a Little Bit of Chris show on Smile Radio. Get that smile.
Welcome back to the Rich and a Bit of Chris show with Lee and our special featured artist this week, Apollo Junction. Are you back there, guys?
We're
Yep. All here, I think.
We're all here. All present and correct. Apart from Sam and Jamie. But apart from that, rest of you are here.
I think Sam might come on soon. I don't know if.
Try get him on.
So then, getting back to your music, who does, what's the deal with the writing and who does what, and is it a joint effort? Is it who does?
Yeah, we all write together, and we split the credits 2020, and it might occur like the next three we're working on. You know, Ben's written one. He's got the big basics of it, and he's come in with it. But by the end of it, it'll be an Apollo Junction song. You know,
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? So
you'll have your little bits and pieces.
yeah, well, I mean, we all
you
come
had
in.
your little bits.
Yeah, we all come in with people come in with the basic ideas, and that'll come from an individual because it just always does. But then
Oh, Sam's coming in.
it does become the whole. It does become the whole band from there. Are we getting joined by Sam?
Yeah.
Oh, this will change the whole dynamic of everything now.
Right, I'm getting off, lads. See you later.
Oh, look at all his fans behind him.
Oh, look at him.
Oh, look what he's done there.
Oh, wow.
I reckon this was you, Ben, setting this up on my Zoom.
No, actually, that's the first crowd shot when we played at the Isle of Wight.
Is it?
Yeah. We might well. Let's have a look. Yeah, it is. Look, you can. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I can see you in the crowd, Ben.
There it is. It's from Hard Rock stage, isn't it? How did you do that?
I've no idea.
Let me have a go.
Oh, it's background and filters. Here we go.
Oh, there you go. He's changed it. He's back.
For the benefit of people who have not got the video, this is all very funny.
Yeah, if you are just listening online, you can actually go to our Facebook Live and you'll be able to see it, or go to our YouTube channel, you'll be able to watch us live on YouTube as well, so you can see the beautiful faces of Apollo Junction, not just mine and Lee's.
One of our regular listeners, Ada, he's just sent something in there. He's just basically said, where's the band name come from?
The band name. Oh, yeah. So we're all big fans of the Rocky films. So we really wanted. I mean, so we used to walk out to the, the speech. What is it? It's about how hard you can get hit and keep moving forward. How much you can take and keep moving forward. So we used to walk out to that. We're big Rocky fans, so we always wanted something about Rocky in there. And we couldn't work out what it was. But then we were in a pub in, I want to say it's on the way out to Baildon, Shipley. There's a pub called the Junction.
Oh,
we were
yeah.
having a beer in there, and we were like, oh, Junction's cool. Clubber Junction, Rocky Junction, Apollo Junction. But then you think about it and you go, when Rocky, this was always going to be our last band, you know what I mean? And so when Rocky fought Apollo Creed, it was his last fight, wasn't it? It was his Apollo Junction. He was either going to go one way or the other. He was either going to win and make a bit of money, or he was going to go and become that. He was collecting debts, wasn't he?
Yeah.
So it was his Apollo Junction. So that's the name of that's the band name. Yeah.
And I picked Junction because it's a cracking little boozer. So.
Yeah. Is that towards Saltaire, the Junction? Is that one?
I think it's out that way, yeah.
Out that way somewhere, yeah.
Yeah.
I've not been very often, so. But
a few years ago now.
I remember going there because the first wife, because I just like wedding cake. The first wife was from Shipley. I remember going in there and it ring a bells, just round the corner.
All right.
Yeah. Small world, isn't it?
There you go.
So Sam, how are you, big man?
Yeah, all good, thanks. Yeah.
Yeah. Thanks for joining us.
I've been listening quietly. Yes.
Yeah.
Hearing Matt drive along.
You're getting some stick, Matt. You're getting some stick, aren't you, Matt, today?
Matt, are you getting me confused with Ben?
Oh, I reckon Ben's been all right today. Yeah, I want to hear the chicken story though.
Chicken story. I want to hear this chicken story.
Oh no, I made it up.
You're gonna have to
Sounds about right.
have to put this on your Wikipedia.
Yeah.
Oh,
fake news.
That's editable, I think. Or is it not anymore?
Dunno.
Oh, we used to get some caucus on that Wikipedia page, and any member of the public could edit it. I think now you have to we're in charge of it rather than the public. I don't know.
Don't know how it works.
So in regards to new music then, I know it's been a little bit difficult, but before lockdown, what were you working on? What were you doing?
We just finished our debut album, and obviously we'd planned to take that out on the road and do a whole promotional tour over 2019, but obviously kind of COVID and all that kind of stuff kicked in, so we actually started writing the second album. So we've basically been over the last kind of year, 18 months or so, we've been writing album 2, which we actually were in the studio last couple of weeks, just finishing off really. So it's almost done now. So
who's your producer? Who produces it for you?
We work with a guy called Andy Hawkins, who's got a studio in Bramley, called Nave. So, yeah. We love working with Andy. Yeah, he's a great guy, and there's a turning point for us.
There's been a good producer really can make and break a track as well.
Absolutely, yeah.
We've had this conversation. I've heard of Andy before. Yeah, the number of bands that we deal with, he's worked with. So, yeah, he's
a great guy. Yeah, great guy.
Yeah, loving your track. So, we normally do in the second hour of the show. I forgot to ask Matt this week. We do a feature called A Song for Whatever, and you don't have to answer me now, but we can carry on. So you can stay on as long as you want, by the way, because we're pretty chilled about it. You don't have to, you've been on for how long? You don't have to shoot.
This is where Rich says it's his station. He can do what he wants.
Yeah, no, you big fat bear. So I want you to think about. It's a bit of a rip off from Beautiful South, A Song for Whatever. So a track that means something to you, or you guys as a band or individually, and the reasons why you've picked that song. So have a think about that. So I want to play, the next song I want to play is, we've played sometimes, we've got Borderlines, or I'm going to play Paris. So which one do you, Sam, it's over to you, mate. What do you want us to play?
I think let's go with Paris. That's off the first album, isn't it, that one?
Right then. So I'll let you introduce it then. Over to you, Sam.
Great, thanks for listening. This song is called Paris. It's about a trip. We took to Paris a few years back, and we decided to write a song about it. Hope you enjoy.
Yeah, so don't forget, if you want to catch these guys, you want to find out a little bit more information about them, go to our website, smileradio.co/The Featured Eyes. All information, bio, and everything's on there. If you want a shout out or get in touch with us, it's Smile Radio Yorkshire on Facebook, Instagram and Twitter, at Smile Radio 3. This is Apollo Junction, live on Smile Radio.
We walk the line. We walk the fine line. We walk the line. We walk the fine line. We walk the fine line between love and jealousy. Can't dance with the devil, then come home to me. I know what you've done is a remedy. Let's break up to break down and break out to break free. Weekend nights in Paris, weekend nights with you. I can dance with you. Weekend dance in Paris, weekend dance in Paris, weekend dance in Paris.
You're listening to Rich and a little bit of Chris on Smile Radio.
Welcome back to Rich and the jingle. Because
I quite liked that jingle.
Well, that was done by Bethany Hare. She's from Leeds and she's actually on Hollyoaks now. So she's done a lot of singing at the charity, the Samantha Sykes Foundation, that I'm heavily involved with. So she comes and sings for free. Bless her. So I got into her ribs and she did me a jingle. So, but I know she won't mind me saying it, but I've had it for 2 years now, so we need another one. So if you're not doing it out, lads, just putting it out there. Help a mate.
Help
a mate.
Feel free, Sam.
Yeah, let's do it, Ben.
Let's do it. That'd be a good laugh, that.
Yeah.
All right, yeah.
Do us a jingle. Really appreciate it. Thank you. So, trip in Paris.
That is one of my favourites, actually. Obviously because it's driven by the bass.
Thank you.
Told you he's biased.
Good bass line in that. It's great.
See, this is the bit
Yeah,
where
I always get speed tapping.
Yeah. Because Chris is very knowledgeable on various different things. It's a shame he's not here. Whereas I just talk drivel, but Lee's got a bit of musical knowledge as well because he's been in a band, and I can't play the spoon, so.
It's quite different, isn't it, when you look at the album. I mean, when you listen to it, it does stand out. It's different to rest of tracks.
It's a bit
more dancey.
Yeah, I like. It's a bit
it's
new
on borderline
romantic.
Disco.
New romantic.
Yeah.
I feel.
A bit of disco bass on it.
Speaking of which, I've got the vinyl right here.
Yeah, get that.
Looking very good indeed. That's best bet. There you go.
He's fit him, isn't he?
That's the best bet. Ooh.
So, when did you get that done?
It was actually during the lockdown. We, like Johnny said, the plan was to release it and go on the road with it. But during the lockdown, we were umming and ahhing, going, can we afford to get this vinyl made and produced and putting it out? But best thing we did as a band,
really,
because it just kept us going. In the if anything, we got more popular.
Would you say it was like something to look forward to as well?
Yeah, and people really, really bought into it. I mean, like our second album is 80% done, but I'd like to release that now as late as possible. I don't want to release too much material in lockdown, but yeah, this thing really, and it's a thing of beauty. Like, I wasn't sure about the pink, but when it comes out, it's it's one of my proudest achievements.
Thing is, I remember it first time. I'm a bit older than you guys, so.
The original
vinyl. Yeah. Well, I was brought up in a pub and a nightclub growing up, and we used to have old bottle crates of 45s that used to get out of the jukebox. And when we moved out of the pub and we moved on to Eastmoor, my stepmom then, who was no longer, well, she's not with my dad anymore, thankfully. But I'm all right. I'm not bitter, but she threw them all out. And for that alone, I don't like the woman a lot, shall we say. There were literally hundreds and hundreds of vinyl records that I'd collected. So even from a very young age, I had anything from soul and Motown to the blues, a bit of jazz, an eclectic taste in music. And yeah, she threw it out. I'll never forgive her for
tragic.
That. Yeah, honestly, I'm not even kidding. There were hundreds of vinyl little, and I used to have, because we don't have a jukebox, I had to have a little centerpiece to sit in the middle of the record so I could play it on a normal record player. She threw them out.
What's the weirdest or craziest thing that's ever happened to you while you've been on tour anyway?
God, where do we start with that
Is it before the watershed?
You're all right. We can put a disclaimer out. We can put a disclaimer out. We're not governed by Ofcom, so we're all right. I like to try and keep it clean because it is on. It's still drive time, but.
I can tell you a funny story.
Go on then. We like funny.
I mean, it's not particularly amusing, but one time I was playing a gig, and the smoke machine was behind my amp, right? And it was this gig, and the smoke was coming off the smoke machine, and I looked back and I thought my amp was on fire. Stopped the whole show, practically wanted to evacuate the building for a smoke machine. That was rather embarrassing. I'm trying to think of a weird story. I mean, there will be loads of weird ones, though, won't there?
I think
I'll
Ben's
tell you what
queuing
was
up.
weird.
Here we go.
When I don't watch. Listen, I don't watch much TV, but all the lads were going, "Oh God, look who's there!" As soon as I walked off stage, Colin Firth, like some big actor,
Irish
got a
actor.
picture with him. You know, we got a picture. But backstage when we walked off, and all these lot are going, "Oh, wow, whoa," and I'm like, "This guy just wants a photo. It's nothing special, you know." But then when I watched some of the films he's been in, I'm like, "Oh yeah."
Yeah, I get it now. Yeah.
I recognise
Yeah,
him now.
he wanted the photo with us. Yeah, that's the story we're telling.
Yeah.
Anyway. Yeah.
Of course.
I mean, we've done some. We've played some festivals, and we've just gone. We thought, like we went to this one festival, and there were nobody there.
That was a good one.
Like middle of nowhere,
Turned up day early, didn't we?
tiny stage, nobody there. You know, we've done
Well,
all
nobody-
sorts.
You were
of
just playing in
random-
front of nobody. You were playing in front of absolutely nobody whatsoever.
No, there was one fan in particular who was there. You know, with but yeah, but it's, yeah, we've just. But you know, bands have to start off and do these things.
Yep.
Yeah,
You know, absolutely. And
Well, this is one of the things that I want to try and do with the venue that I'm opening. Because I want to try and get some original bands in as well. Obviously, because it's got to pay for itself. You know, we've got to. There's going to be a massive investment from our point of view. But I want to try and get new, independent and unsigned acts as a warm-up act, so they're not just playing to two man and a dog, and it gives them an opportunity to play in front of a crowd. And I think again with the pandemic and everything that's gone on, people are really going to want to come out and see live music anyway. But it's just, I know that on some of the events that we arranged, I remember getting a couple of unsigned bands, and literally there were probably 30 people there, and it's. I mean, you as a band, you just want to play, don't you? Do you know what I mean? But you also want to play to an audience, And then one of my big pet peeves is when you've got people talking while the band's playing and thinking, well, show them the respect that they deserve. Don't be just sat there chatting and at least enjoy what they're doing. That really annoys me. But anyway,
Do you know what? It's one of those things that all bands have to go through. I mean, we will tell you, we have had countless trips to London and gigs down there, and that's happened all the time. And it could even happen if we were still gigging, if everything was normal now. And it's just one of those things you've just got to.
I think it's going to change it for the better, though.
Get used to it.
I think this is going to change it for the better, because people are going to realise, and people haven't realised how much music plays a part in their life. I think it's going to change their mindset dramatically, because people are want to go.
We'll have a second album ready to go, all being well.
Yeah, well, don't forget to send it across, and so we can have a listen, and send you your tracks so we can put them on our playlist.
We'd love that. Thank you.
No, I really appreciate it. So the other question I wanted to ask is, you had one of your songs played on the movie Big Promise. How did that come about?
Our publisher, John Espelin, who works at a company called Wipeout. Wipeout in he comes in. He watched us play in York, and that was a weird moment, because the whole gig venue was absolutely going like wild for us, and we're like, oh, this is great. And then you got this one guy in the middle, and we're all watching him go, and his face was just stony. And then Ben said at one point, he just went, started to smile a little bit, and we knew we got him. And but he does amazing work for us, really, and he's always promoting us, and just get these sort of things, like we've been on like MTV in America, and The Circle in France, which is a Netflix series, and these things just pop up every now and again. It's amazing, really. But it's down to the hard work of it's down to the hard work of our songs, but also the hard work of our team behind us.
Yeah.
I'll tell you what, that gig as well, Rick Witter came out and he announced us, because he were backstage, and we're like, he was going to announce us anyway, so we told him what to say, and afterwards he come out, what? The whole place is bouncing, what a great show. I'm like, I can't believe Rick Witter's just said that.
And then we supported him.
One gig.
Did we have a power cut that gig? Like, we were midway through the set, and Rick was next to me, and all the power cut off.
Yeah, it was
Blame you for
the
that
power cut. But he gave us a support slot after that, so we obviously
Brilliant.
thought something of us. So yeah,
Yeah, well, I can't wait to see you live, mate. I really can't.
thanks. We'll do our best.
Yeah. Well, when you've got, because you say you're playing at the warehouse, you'll have to let me know and see if I can get some tickets. We'll come
Yeah,
across them.
November
If you, I mean,
27, I think.
yeah, tickets are on our website. If you go to the website, it takes you straight through. And tickets have started to pick up again, which is great. Because obviously they stopped during lockdown, but people are buying now. So, you know,
Well, if you
anyone
wanna-
listening, if you do want to come, you know, they are going to sell out. So please do get on it.
Yeah, well, if you want to send the link, I don't mind. We'll put it on our social media as well. Just out of interest, then, because obviously you sent me a message on Twitter with your new song. How did you hear about us, Smile Radio?
Through Twitter. We've got load. You know, there's like and it's mainly Jamie. You know, I mean, I'll do a little bit of it, but there's such a good community building on there.
Yeah.
And it's a community that we always knew existed, but like Matt was saying earlier, all in our busy lives, moving about. But now people are at home. It does feel like you've got a group of friends that you've never met before, like in this sort of community, and you know, you're a big part of that. But you get a lot of these like virtual discos, virtual music quizzes, and it's just all building up. So it was through Twitter how
Yeah,
to you.
because all that's done organically. I mean, I need to. My daughter were helping me out, but she's got a proper job now, so she's kind of dropped me like a bad habit, and she's showed me what to do and right, crack on. So yeah, I need to get my head around Instagram. I'm still not.
Oh, that's hard. Yeah.
Yeah, but we've got over, I think, over 5,000 followers on Twitter now, and again, that's all just organic. It's not. I refuse, because I'm a typical Yorkshireman. I refuse to pay for all the, you know, you can get followers on Facebook, and you know, because we're nearly, I think, nearly 6,000.
It's not real though, is it? None of that's real. What you've got, everything you've got is real. Every play that we have on Spotify is real. Every fan that we have is real, and those fans interact with us and talk to us, and we talk back to them, and then that grows and it grows and it grows. And Ben's amazing for it. You know, Ben spends a lot of his time talking to fans, and you know, he's absolutely great with it. Especially sort of the Leeds United group, because Ben's obviously a big Leeds fan, and so he knows a lot about football. I like cricket, but he seems to know a lot about football and has a really good community there with him as well. So, yeah.
Well, we had the Skylights on a couple of months back.
Oh yeah, great band. Yeah.
Really
We're
good.
good friends. We're good friends with them. Yeah.
Turnbull and that, he came on.
Yeah, good guy.
But yeah, they got a letter from Bielsa, didn't they?
Well, we got one as well, actually.
Did you?
Yeah. Yeah.
He's a top manager, is Bielsa. I'm not a Leeds fan, but he's.
Are you a town?
I like how
fan?
it works. I like how it works.
Believe it or not, the team I like is Chester City. It's a long story.
Fair enough.
What? Even I didn't know that.
Didn't you know that?
No, never.
Yeah, well, when this goes back to the first wife, her friend Mike, I went to see Chester, don't know, 15, 20 times. They never actually lost when I went to see him, because every time we used to go, because he used to live over in Liverpool, so we used to go over to Chester and you'd go watch them, and they never lost. And he used to say, Yorkshire, you're coming across, we've got a tough game this weekend. They drew a lot, and it was, I have to say, not the prettiest football I'd ever watched. But I've got an affinity towards Chester City, yeah. So.
Oh, that's good. It's good that you've got a bit of loyalty there, you know. I went all over the Leeds when we were down in League One days, you know. And there were some at best days, funny enough. You know, as a supporter, they were great. But we got we got the letter from Bielsa praising album. I posted a record up to him, and Liam Cooper as well got hold of him, the captain. He's really followed it quite a lot, and the football club have used our songs many times, you know, on their social media posts and stuff.
Yeah. Well, we've got.
Yeah, can't fault them.
You got a credit from Gareth Bale as well, didn't you?
My friend knows him, and was listening to he was listening to my band, and he heard him listening to us, and he went, "Who's that?" And he was like, "Oh, it's my mate's band," and sent us a message, and we were like, I remember looking at it going, right, sent it across. Sam don't care about football. Sent it to Sam. Sam was like, who? I never heard of this guy.
But it's another thing, isn't it? I mean, I guess it is right, like when Steve O'Mac says, "Oh, they've done so much to be under the," and it is, you know. But but it's just getting the music heard. But you know, a lot of people who hear our music are very complimentary about it, and hopefully, you know, when we all come out of this, more people who listen to it, you know, it could be massive, you know. But we'll just
social media has had a lot of basically. We've all depended on it, haven't we? Social media obviously pushing it forward. Obviously not being able to go out, mate. I mean, how are you guys going on as regards writing again? Obviously, you can't get together, you can't go record, you can't get in studio, you can't rehearse.
We can technically go in the studio within the guidelines of things.
Okay,
it's the thing that we can rehearse as well because we're a business, because we exist as a company,
Right.
but we don't because we're quite respectful to sort of there's more space in a recording studio. I can go in on my own and do my guitar. Do you know what I mean? So, but we can do certain things. But I've got the laptop I'm on right now, speaking to you with. I can record. Ben can record. We're constantly sending ideas to each other, and we all use the same program, so we can build ideas together, and then we can take them in the studio. So, you know, it's not really clipped us really that much. It's
well, that's cool.
You know, interestingly enough, you look at songs that we've released lately, On the Ropes, we've never even played it together.
Really?
No, we've just wrote it. We've not actually got in a room and played it like as a band.
Well,
we've
mad,
literally. Oh yeah, that sounds good. Right, yeah, try this. Right, let's change it up. Let's talk a bit of synthing. Yeah, let's. Right, put a vocal down, Jamie, on that. Yeah, send us it across. Right, yeah, Matt. Ding, 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 ding. There's On the Ropes. We've never actually worked.
Essentially, we're recording a bit like Little Mix probably do right now. So that's kind of what we're doing. We're kind of building the song and then going to play it actually live rather than sitting in a rehearsal room going.
Yeah, it's a different way of doing it, you know.
Well, I think that said, should we play On the Ropes?
Yeah.
Shall we play it
again?
Have we played On the Ropes?
Yeah.
I think we've just got Borderlines to play.
Let's
With
do Borderlines.
Yeah.
Have I got my playlist mixed up? Because I've just got it lined up. Are you sure we played it?
I think Johnny when he was
That was the first song we kicked off with, wasn't it?
No, Johnny played sometimes, didn't he?
Oh, well, that's
Johnny played sometimes.
No, we played. Yeah, you're right. We did. We kicked off with On the Ropes.
Yeah.
Yeah, we did. See,
I think it was you who asked for it, Matt.
So what do you want to play? What do you want to play now?
I'd go for Borderlines, me lads. What do you reckon?
I think Borderlines, and you should introduce it.
Over to you.
This is Borderlines by us, Apollo Junction. Enjoy.
Live on Smile Radio.
Bit on spot there.
Fighting on the streets of Gans. We're fighting on factory sites. We're fighting on borderlines. Fighting all the time. And everybody wants to know, but nobody wants to show.
Back to the Rich and a Little Bit of Chris show live on Smile Radio. Oh, are you there? Can you hear me?
We're here.
We're here. Oh, I thought we were just
yeah.
talking to myself. Right then, guys. Well, I'm aware you've been on for over an hour. So thank you very much for coming on.
Cheers, guys.
Loved every second of it. To be honest with you.
Yeah, it's great.
It's great to chat to you, and it's great to actually learn a bit more from you about what you're doing. And I think what you're doing is incredible, really. And people like you, we don't exist. So thank you.
No, thank you, man. And again, thanks for getting in touch with me and dropping. Was it you, Matt, or was it you, Ben, who sent the tweet to me?
It wasn't me.
It was Jamie.
It was Jamie. I think it was Jamie.
Actually, yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, thanks. Actually, I'll ask Richie, but I'm almost sure that we've got some of your music already on the system. I don't know where we got it from, but because, like I said, it's Richie who's the station manager who normally looks after all the music submissions. I only kind of dip in and out of that, if I'm honest. But yeah, it's been great having you. Won't mind paying for the tickets as long as I get a groupie pass to see you at stage door.
Yeah, mate. You can see us at stage door. It's nice.
No. Anyway, we'll let you crack on, and thanks again for coming on. And don't forget, send us your stuff across. I've got your message as well, Matty.
What about the question of
message that you needed to get off? So I thought you needed.
I said not just yet.
Right. Sorry, mate.
10 minutes or so, winding it down because some of us have to go home for tea and watch the Bay. Otherwise, we'll get in trouble. So.
Watch the Bay.
Program.
I know. I'm going to say you need to get out, Matt, but we can't, can we? So we'll let you off. So your song for whatever then? What's yours then, Matt?
Mine. I've debated this actually, and I was going to say it would be "A Day in the Life" by the Beatles because it's my favourite song ever. But I think I'm actually going to pick a song, and Martin Off is obviously one of the greatest guitarists that's ever walked the face of the earth. And I went to go see him live as a little boy. Guitar. I want to play guitar, and he just said no. But watching that, and eventually he got me one when I was old enough. But watching that guy come out and play What It Is by Martin Knopfler just changed me. And if I hadn't picked up a guitar, I wouldn't be where I am now. So yeah, that song, no debate.
And I'd pick guitarist.
Sorry?
Would I be guitarist?
Yeah, thank God. I watched that gig again.
So what would yours be then, Ben? Or just come back to you?
No. Funny enough, I've got this playlist on my Spotify, like my all-time favourites, and it's not even on there. I've just thought of this now, but I'm looking at a list of albums here in front of me, and I'm going to go with Stay Young by Oasis. I just think it's just a great song about just enjoying yourself, and who cares what age you are, and just have a good time. And that's what we need to focus on when this is over. Just go out and do the things that you enjoy. And it's a great song. And I remember when I first heard it, it's just that feeling, that passion of in every single second of the song. I just thought that is incredible,
If you don't have to stay on for it, but you better listen online. And again,
oh, nice, yeah, will do.
So, and Sam, what about you? What's your song?
Yeah, it's a tough one, but I'm thinking it was the first time I ever heard the intro solo to "I Don't Like Mondays" by the Boomtown Rats. That piano solo just started me off. I don't want to play the piano after that one, so I'd have to go for that one.
Right, okay.
I didn't know you were going to play him afterwards. If I'd have known that, I would have said "Shine on You, Crazy Diamond." Just 16 minutes of noise.
Right then. Well, what I'm going to do is I'm going to play What It Is for you, Matt. So,
thank you.
And then again, it's entirely up to you guys. You can stay and listen to us and talk drivel, or if you want to go home to watch your tea and eat the Bay.
Eat the Bay. Watch the tea and eat the Bay. Yeah, I like it.
By all means, do so. But what we'll do is we're going to play What It Is for you, Matt, and then we'll continue with the songs for whatever. And again, just want to say massive, keep sharing your music, keep doing it, and whatever I can do to help, send me a link and I'll put it on our Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and all that old pony. And
Thank you very much.
We'll share it out. So And if any for our listeners out, if you've missed this show, any other show, you can download the podcast from Podbean, iTunes, Spotify, and all the major podcasting sites, or go to our website, smileradio.co/on-demand. So we're going to play What It Is, and this is for Matt from the
Thank
Apollo
you,
Junction.
everybody.
Stay safe, guys. Don't forget,
Cheers.
give us
Cheers,
3 rings when you
fellas.
get in, won't you? Good
Yeah.
lad.
Sorry, say that again.
Give us 3 rings when you get in. I'll be worried sick.
Of course I will. Yeah, I bet you will.
Right, stay safe.
See you
Look
later.
after
God
yourself,
bless.
guys. See you.
Thank you very
Thanks
much,
a lot.
guys.
Cheers.
Have a
See
good
you
one.
later.
We'll
You
meet
too.
each other in person one day.
Definitely. That's the
yeah.
date. Stay
Definitely.
safe.
See you later, guys. Thank you very
Guys,
much.
bye.
Drinking dens are spilling out and staggering in a square. There's lads and lasses falling about and a crackling in the air. Down around the dungeon doors, the shelters and the queues. Everybody's looking for somebody's arms to fall into. It's what it is. It's what it is now. Here's frost on the graves and the monuments, but the taverns are warm in town. People curse the government and shovel hard food down. Lights are out in City Hall, the castle and the keep. The moon shines down upon it all, the legless and the sleepless. Cold on the toll gate with the wagons creeping through. Cold on the toll gate, God knows what I can do. The garrison sleeps in the citadel with the ghosts and the ancient stones. High on the parapet, a Scottish piper stands alone. And high on the wind, the Highland drums begin to roll. Something from the past just comes and stares into my soul. Cold on a toll gate with a Caledonian moon. Cold on a toll gate, God knows what I can do with you. It's what it is. It's what it is now. What it is. It's what it is now. There's a chink of light, there's a burning wick, there's a lantern in the tower. Wee Willie Winky with a candlestick, still writing songs in a wee wee house on Charlotte Street. I take a walking stick from my hotel. The ghost of Dirty Dick is still in search of Little Nell. It's what it is. It's what it is now. It's what it is. What it is now.
College Grove Nursery in Wakefield has been providing the highest standard of childcare for over 22 years. Situated on Eastmoor Road, we are close to the M1 and M62 motorway network and also convenient for Wakefield city centre, schools and major places of employment. For more details, check out our website at www.collegegrovenursery.co.uk or give which takes a hand, opens a mind and touches a heart.
Rich and Chris and Drive Time Smile Radio.
So welcome back to the Rich and a Bit of Chris show with Lee. And we have,
hello.
And that was the Apollo.
Right,
He sent me the link for the tickets. I didn't expect to buy them, but anyway, I suppose I'll have to support the band. But yeah, if you want to buy the tickets, I'll be putting them on our social media. So if you download the tickets, I think that's for November, he said, didn't he? For the warehouse in Leeds. So yeah, good set of lads. Thanks for coming on, lads. And we're going to be playing Stay Young, and also for Sam, we're going to do the Tell Me Why I Don't Like Mondays. And that is the song for Whatever. So
I like that. I've just got a couple of shout outs. Adam Parker, Ben Hawley. Shout out to Mr. Grant White. I think that's it. Well, was yet.
he says he just sent me a message, as Matt saying. He says I sent him to put him on there. He says, you cheeky sod. He said I'll try and get in the guest list. We'll try hard some, won't you? Try really hard for us.
I'll just road it.
Yeah.
I'll carry speakers.
No, absolutely brilliant. Loved them. Yeah. We have I've got Loz Campbell hopefully coming. She's got a new single coming out tomorrow. So she was a featured artist, gosh, over 12 months ago now. So yeah, she's going to be coming on. And next week we have, bear with me, we've got Alto Key. He's a solo artist from down that there London, I think. He's down south somewhere. South of Watford Gaff anyway. So he's coming on next week.
Anyway, down below there, that's it.
Yeah.
So
I think we should play Ben's song. This is Stay Young by Oasis.
I love this tune.
This is a tune. I must admit, they did some bangers, didn't they?
Oh yeah.
It's hard not to.
I've not and then start listening.
There were an advert on last night, and it, Stand By Me. And I hadn't heard that for ages. Absolutely. And I was singing. So this is for Ben from Apollo Young for his song for Whatever, and this is Stay Young by Oasis.
Chicago.
Hi, Lee. Hi, Kirsty, where you going? Kirsty.
She's gone away because she's just
Kirsty,
got
where you
wine
going?
all over my keyboard.
Sorry to cut the song short, but Lee had a groupie in his studio
Yeah.
throwing wine all over him so she could get him naked live on Smile Radio. Oh, yeah. Where's she gone, Kirsty? Where you gone? Come back.
Done one. She's done one.
She's done one. She's caused chaos and havoc, and then she's done one.
Let's hope there's not a fire.
This is a tune, though, isn't it?
Top tune.
I have to say, I've forgotten how good this was. Adam
All the
Park.
stuff is absolutely fantastic.
Adam Park has said on Facebook, look at the size of Lee's head. What's he trying to say, Lee?
Oh yeah, he's got an issue.
Hasn't he?
He's got to cover the big brain that's inside.
Exactly. So that was for Ben from Apollo Junction. You listen to Rich and without Chris, with our other co-presenter Lee, live on Smile Radio. So, can you believe it? Nearly 2 hours has gone.
Is it?
Yeah, we're on literally
I don't believe you.
an hour and
I do
46
not believe
minutes.
you.
An hour and 46 minutes we've been going.
Wow. Well, that just shows you, doesn't it? Time flies when you're having fun.
So, what you doing this weekend, Lee? What you doing?
I'm working in the morning.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. And then after that, I'm
Double
gonna
bubble.
Oh yeah. Well, no.
Bubble and a half.
In fact, I'm going to go see that hideous person, Adam Parker.
Adam Parker, are you sorting out his spandoolies? Double bubble on a Saturday. Get in.
Oh yeah.
If you go to Sandwich on a Saturday morning, what is it?
It's
Bacon.
going to be sausage, spam, and beans.
Sausage, spam and beans. Spam. Mine go to sausage and egg with brown sauce.
No.
I like a nice runny yolk. So you know when you're biting it goes all over you.
Oh yeah, so you're playing banjo.
Yeah. Ding, 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 ding. I don't
Yeah,
think-
and come back and finish this room off with this acoustic foam.
We need some more jingles. So if any of the bands are out there, you want to do us a shout out to our show, Rich and a bit of Chris with Lee, live on Smile Radio. Do us a jingle. We'd
The more the
really,
better.
yeah.
And hopefully, are we going to have Chris?
I'm hoping, yeah. I think Chris is back with us next week, and
Cool.
we're not allowed to say just yet, but we will hopefully have a very special guest coming on in a couple of weeks with a bit of luck. Is that right, Lee?
All being well. All being well.
So it's a bit of a coup for us if he comes on. He said to Lee that he's going to come on. Lee contacted him, so we're just
waiting. We're just waiting.
yeah. So we can't say too much more, but it will be worth it. Absolutely,
I think
will
it'll be very
be worth it.
interesting. Good listen, that. Definitely good listen.
Yeah. So stay tuned to find out more. But the last song we're going to play for the Apollo Junction for the song for whatever is Boomtown Rat School back in
That's
America.
Right. Yeah.
So a student went a bit mad with a gun and shot a lot of people.
Yeah. I didn't know that.
Did you not know that? Yeah.
No, about a couple of months ago, we were talking about it, and obviously, you go into work on a Monday morning, and it popped up, and then we just got talking about it, and this is what, and I'm like, oh really? I never knew that. Never knew that whatsoever.
Right then, so hopefully we won't get kids off Facebook because we've had a warning already on Facebook Live. But if it does, for our people who are listening and watching on Facebook Live, if it does go off, we apologise. But I'm going to play it now. So this is I Don't Like Mondays by the Boomtown Rats. You're listening to Rich Without Chris with our co-presenter Lee, live on Smile Radio.
The silicon chip inside her head gets switched to overload. And nobody's gonna go to school today. She's gonna make them stay at home. Daddy doesn't understand it. He always said she was good as gold. And he can see no reasons, cause there are no reasons. What reason do you need to be shown? Tell me why I don't like Mondays. Tell me why I don't like Mondays. Tell me why I don't like Mondays. I wanna shoot. Ooh. day down. The telex machine is kept so clean and it types to a waging world. A mother feels so shocked, father's world is rocked, and the thoughts turn to they. No reasons, cause there are no reasons. What reasons do you need? Oh, 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 oh. Tell me Mondays I wanna shoot. The whole day down, down, down. And all the playing stopped in the playground now. She wants to play with the toys a while. And school's out early, and soon we be learning. And the lesson today is how to die. And then the bullhorn crackles and the captain tackles with the problems in the house and wife. And he can see no reasons, cause there are no reasons. What reason do you need to die? Die, oh, oh. And the silicon chip inside her head gets switched to overload. Oh, and nobody's gonna go to school today. She's gonna make them stay at home. And daddy doesn't understand it. He always said she was good as gold. And he can see no reasons, cause there are no reasons. What reason do you need to be sure? Tell me why I don't like Mondays. Tell me why I don't like Mondays. Tell me why I don't like Tell me why I don't like Mondays. Tell me why I don't like Tell me why I don't like Mondays. Tell me why I don't like Mondays. I wanna shoot. The whole day down.
You're listening to Rich and a little bit of Chris on Smile Radio.
Well, we're just about out of time, Lee.
Oh dear.
It's
Time flies by.
Done it, but I think it's that time. This is the bit Chris used to love this when do this to him.
Wow.
Bring me sunshine in your smile.
Go on, you've got to do it, haven't you?
Bring me laughter all the while. This world where we live, there should be more happiness, so much joy. You go on, Lee. What are you going to say?
I have just had a text from a little. You'll probably know this lad. Do you remember Rafi?
Yeah, Ilias's
That lad that
brother.
used to turn up on a Sunday.
Ilias's
Turn up on
brother.
a Sunday morning. Yeah, that's the one. Yeah. He
And then
used
Ash.
to. He's just sent me a text. Just tune in, Rafi.
Download the free app, or if you can listen online.
He says, mention me in the Italian stallion. Rafi, the Italian stallion.
Is heritage from Pakistan though?
He says, smile and put 3 fingers up for me.
Oh, where? Afi, how are you, son? How's your Ilias and Nash doing? How they doing? Hope they're all right.
Hopefully, he might be able to tune his wireless in, because I bet he's got a wireless.
Brand new, bright tomorrow. Anyway, all is left to say is a massive thank you to Apollo Junction. Thanks for coming on, lads.
Good band.
And don't forget, you stay tuned for the Mad as a Fish. Colonel Backer's on after us at 6 o'clock. And then we've got the JJ Kane, quite great radio show from 7 till 8. And then we've got the indie playlist going on to the wee small hours.
I love that indie playlist. Absolutely fantastic. I love the indie playlist.
So, thanks again, Lee. You look after yourself, mate.
No, thank you, and you do the same, mate. And no doubt we shall see, we'll see and listen and speak to you next week.
So,
yeah. 6.
So what I'm going to do now is, I need to stop that. I don't want to know what's going on. I'm I'm going to play Sonder by the Superlatives, who were on a couple of weeks ago.
Oh, I like that.
Yeah, so... And don't forget, if you've got any bands out there and you want to get your music on, get in touch with me, either richard@smileradio.co or email richie.johnston@smileradio.co. Instagram and Twitter, Smile Radio 3, or Facebook on Smile Radio Yorkshire. So we're going to finish up now with a song from the Superlatives, who were on, again, they were another Leeds band, weren't they?
Yeah, yeah.
So this is
Good
Sonder.
set, lads.
Yeah.
Another good set, lads. We don't get rubbish on here.
Yeah, exactly. And we've got Alto next week coming on. So find out more information on the website, because that'll be coming up over the weekend. And again, if you've missed this show, any other show, you can download the podcast on iTunes, Spotify, Podbean, and all the major podcasting sites. So all I have to say is take care. Thanks again, Lee. See you next week, Cocker.
No problem, mate. As you shall. Everybody take care. Hopefully just keep putting up with it. Keep listening to us. Just keep listening to music as much as you possibly can.
Yeah, you know it makes sense. So don't forget, give us 3 rings when you get in. Ta-da.
Bye.